Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Emily. I am an artist and a bookbinder, and I create one-of-a-kind handcrafted journals. So in today's video, I'm going to share the creative inspiration behind my latest mammoth tome, which is called Hammond's Handbook. So, yeah. This is, I think this is the most highly detailed journal I have ever made, ever. And I've been making journals for sale for 5 years. I went over the top with this journal. The only exception is the Jude the Obscure storybook time capsule thing that I made a few years ago, but that wasn't really a journal for writing in as much as it was this like immersive experience. In terms of writing journals, this is definitely, I think, the most highly detailed journal I have ever made. So let's dive right into it. Some of you may know a few months ago, or earlier this year, it was more than a few months ago, Hammond Castle Museum reached out to me and asked if I would be interested in selling some of my journals in their gift shop, which of course I said yes. And so I now sell my journals in the Hammond Castle Museum gift shop, as well as my own website, my shop on my website. And I'm just so happy and grateful to say that my journals have been just flying off of the shelves at Hammond Castle. So they actually commissioned me to create a custom Hammond Castle themed journal. And that is what this is. So let's dive right into it. If you don't know what Hammond Castle is, give it a Google search or look it up here on YouTube. It is one of the most amazing, incredible places on the planet. It's a very special place to me for a variety of reasons. It's literally 3 minutes down the street from where we live. It's where I'm going to be getting married next year. So it's just a really incredible place. And yes, it is a castle. It is a full-blown castle, medieval castle built from scratch, but it was built in the early 1900s. So it's this incredible mix of medieval, ancient artifacts with vintage 1920s like undertones and some architecture. It's totally unique. You've never seen anything like this place. So I didn't know exactly how that was going to translate with the covers, but it turns out they are completely medieval, and then the like vintage 1920s undertones are more in the inside details of the journal. So we have a leather string closure with a real antique key. I will take that off. So this is a real, it's really heavy and solid, real antique skeleton key with the leather closure. And then, I love this so much, oh my god. So here's the deal with the covers. I literally went through every single piece of patterned paper, every single piece of fabric, every single digital image that I own. And I played with like every single conceivable option for these covers, and this is what I landed on. So they're super medieval. It's this image of a knight, or a medieval knight or a medieval king, with this super ornate frame, and I backed it on this, you can just barely see, but it's this really pretty kind of rose damask style paper. And then we have this chocolate brown velvet and gold trim, and then these corner protectors, these big metal heavy-duty corner protectors actually have dragons on them, which mirrors the bookmark, which you'll see in a second. Here's the spine. 15 signatures. I actually haven't counted how many pages, but including front and back, it would be whatever 16 times 15 is, plus some, at least that much. And then here's the other side. Now, oh, by the way, I always forget, the full flip through video of this journal has been posted. It is already uploaded. So if you haven't seen that yet and you want to check it out, just click the link in the description box down below. And at the time that I filmed this, the day before yesterday, I had not yet added these charms to the outside edge. So these charms were not in the flip through video, but here they are now. So we've got 5 different charms here. The back is the same as the front. I just added this little tiny book label. And I don't know if the light is really picking it up, but I did add gold ink splatter to the front and the back. And then you open it up, and these end papers make me want to scream. Like, I cannot handle how beautiful these end papers are. Oh my god. Beautiful end papers. Gorgeous nameplate. I think the nameplate is by Nick the Booksmith, could be wrong. And then you open the tissue guard and you've got the bookmark that I mentioned, which mirrors the dragons of the corner protectors. This is real vintage lace from the 1920s, real stuff that has dragons and a shield. So I cut it into a bookmark shape, and then I also burnt just a little bit, a little tiny bit, you probably can't even see it. And then here's the fancy title page. Super pretty. And then it's just absolutely loaded from cover to cover with all of the stuff. Pockets and ephemera and anything and everything you can possibly think of. Here's the opening page. I'm trying to hold it in a way that everything won't fall out. This is the Hammond Castle logo, like their actual H logo, which I did get permission to use. And I think I do have an actual picture of Hammond himself in here. Let's see if I can get to it. Yep. That's Hammond, the genius, the inventor, the builder of Hammond Castle. So yeah, I am not going to go through every single last thing because that would take forever. I will show you if I can find it. Yeah, this is a super cool page. I've never done this quite like this before. These are some really cool side pockets. I just left them empty. Pretty much the only pockets that I left empty in this entire book. I just thought this was kind of cool. Anyway, so I won't go through everything. That's that. It is fully loaded. If you want to see every single detail, you can watch the flip through video. Linked in the description box down below. So yeah, I am obsessed with this journal. I am actually about to drop it off at Hammond Castle in like an hour. And I hope that they love it as much as I do. I spent, including time brainstorming, I spent about 30 hours on this journal. So it's a long time. Yeah, about 30 hours. I would say my highly, highly detailed journals like this take me 25 to 30. So, you know, The Other Mother, the last journal that I released, was also highly detailed, kind of comparable to this one, but this one is just like taken up a notch. The Other Mother probably also took me 25 to 30 hours. That's just how long it takes. I don't keep track of my time like I used to. The first couple of years that I was doing this, I kept track of every single nanosecond, because I felt like I had to, and I was also just curious to know how long it took me. I don't do that anymore because it's just not necessary, and I know approximately how long certain steps take me to do. Like, it takes me 2 hours to sew the book, right? It takes me 2 hours to coffee dye paper. It takes me this amount of time, blah, 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 right? But I do know for a fact that this took me about 30 hours. So yeah, anyway, it's a mix of that medieval, ancient aesthetic combined with vintage, early 20th century. And as I was making it, I kind of imagined that this is like what Hammond's subconscious looks like, or looked like. He's dead now. Or maybe like a dreamscape from Hammond's subconscious mind. So yeah, I think I've said everything that I need to say about it. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them down below. I would love to hear from you. If you are not already, you can follow me on Instagram. That link will also be in the description box. And yeah, so I am dropping this off now, and then tomorrow is Monday, and I'm gonna get right to work on 2 more custom journals, but they are blank, which will be a nice break for my brain after 2 extremely highly detailed journals. So I'm excited about that, and I will share those, of course, when the time is right. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye.